Hey guys, how's it going? My name is YUVI and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. So welcome to the new week's daily race C. We are at Spa and it is raining hard over here. And I qualified at second with the time of 2 minutes 36 seconds .916. And right ahead of us is R4M Hamilton, which has done 2 minutes and 33 some seconds, and he was actually in top 10 in my region. And I was really scared when I saw him that, oh my god, I'm never gonna catch him and he's gonna be super fast right off the bat. And it was actually the case. So this race was very good. I was this is my first race in rain in this game, and I was expecting totally different thing, but it is super slippery and it is very challenging to drive in the rain in this game. So as you can see, the rolling start of this track is a bit weird. Right off the bat, the number one guy can have the lead of 2 seconds without even doing anything, because as you saw that I was actually turning when he floored his car and he took the lead of 2 seconds right ahead. So for this race, I was actually using around traction control of level 2, and my brake bias was level 2 to the back, because I wanted to keep the car a little bit oversteery so that I could take the corners a little bit faster. That's what I did during the qualification, and it helped me a lot. So, but for this race, I didn't want to take any chances because it is my first race, and I wanted to, you know, keep it safe and clean and not make any mistakes right off the bat, because it would cost me a lot. So I kept the traction control on. But it is not hard to drive in on this track or in the rain without traction control. If you practice for like an hour or something, you can easily manage to drive any car without traction control. And also I chose Audi for this car because for this track, because I don't want it, I don't want to use any car that has a turbo in it, because that would probably create a lot of wheel spin coming out of the corners, and wheel spin in the water during rain gonna cause me to spin out and lose a lot of positions. So I thought naturally aspirated car would be a great choice. So I went with a car that was fast in the straight line and was having no turbo. So I took Audi, which I am pretty comfortable with. And again, I'm using my second account, and this account has been really good. For some reason, I've already had over five wins in this on this account, and in comparison to my main account where I have only 2 wins, but this is good. So as we come to this part, I make a huge mistake over here of changing gears on the turn, and because of that I went a little bit wide onto the astroturf, and I spin myself and I end up into the grass, and game resets me, and I went from second to all the way back to the 7th position, and that has costed me a lot. And at this point I was really annoyed that how can I make this mistake. This is gonna cost me my DR and I'm gonna lose a lot of points, and it's a huge mess for me right now. But like I said, that the guy at the pole position, R4M Hamilton, is in the top 10, and he has done the qualification of 2 minutes 33 seconds, which is, I don't know how you do it. I've tried for at least 2 hours to break into 2 minutes 36 seconds .9, and after that I took half an hour more just to decrease few tenths more, but it was so hard. But I have no idea how these guys are doing 2 minutes 33 seconds. That's just insane. So here I am keeping very nice as we come out of the we went a little wide, but thankfully not wide to get a penalty. So we are right behind the Mercedes, and pretty much I am faster than all of these guys in front of me, except for the number one guy. So I will try to gain positions as much as possible. I am keeping very slow here, but because I missed my braking point a little bit late, I went a little bit wide, and lost a little bit of time over here, but it's okay, we manage and we move ahead. So as we come to this hairpin, I keep it very tight, very slow, but that is the actual line to take this corner. And over here I floor it, and I put third gear already, and try to take this corner as smoothly as possible. As you see that the Mercedes went a little bit slidey, so that has made us come closer to him. So over here I come just cruising at the third gear. Over here I push the pedal at 75%, not pushing it too hard, and putting it into the fourth gear. As you saw that the Mercedes went wide and he takes the outside line. Probably he was not expecting us to be there, so he didn't defend, and probably it was a surprise that we overtook him, and it was an easy position for us. When I started the qualification first time, I actually, like I said, was taken by surprise that how slippery it is. Actually, I was not expecting it to be this good because I was comparing the this part of the game, the rainy season part of the game, to Project Cars 2, which is actually really good. You can't compare that to any game in my opinion. The Mad Studios Mad engine is amazing, and in comparison to that, it is still not very good, because in Project Cars 2 you have puddles and ever-changing scenarios while with weather conditions, so it's just amazing. I hope in Gran Turismo 7 we would get to see that as well, and I hope it is we get to play that game as soon as possible. I hope it comes with PS5. So far lap 3 has started, and we have gained already one position, and over here we take this corner as tight as possible, and we come to the power as gently as possible, and we floor it. The guy had I think the position 4th guy, the Spaniard, has a 0.5 seconds of penalty, but I don't think we will be able to catch him at this point, because they are pretty far ahead, and number 1 guy has already over 25 seconds of lead on us. But I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, because I know I won't be able to catch the top guy, but I can still manage to get at least podium in my opinion, because like I said, I had a qualification time of 2 minutes 36 seconds, and in this lobby majority of people were in 2:38, so I was pretty fast in comparison to these people. So I think I should be able to get at least podium for this race. So again, coming to the hairpin, keeping tight and slow, not being impatient, being calm and steady, and then punching the throttle as hard as possible. And here we again take nice full punch, and we go really fast out of the corner, which was good. And now as we come to this fast left hand side corner, we let the car cruise in third gear, just gently pushing the throttle, not putting too much pressure at 75%. In fourth gear I put it over here, and very nice exit, and we have gained few tenths of a second on the guys ahead. As you see, we were so far away at the Eau Rouge of the third lap, and now we are right behind these two guys. This shows that I am actually very fast in comparison to these guys, and it's a possibility that I might get a podium here. So now I am keeping here very smooth. As you saw that Porsche actually had more speed that was required to come out of that corner, and he went wide, and he probably pushed the pedal while joining the track, and that has made him go towards all the way to the right, and he bumped into the wall. And over here I am trying to keep it inside the track, because if you go out you definitely get a penalty of 5/10 of a second, and that is not what we want. So as we come to the chicane, we keep it nice and slow in second gear. I don't want to go into first, because that's gonna make us spin, and I don't care how fast we get out of the corner. I just want to get out in a straight line rather than spinning around and losing a lot of time. It is just not good for us at the moment, because we have lost so many positions, and so far in lap 4 we have already gained 2 more positions. We were at 7, now we are at 5th. 4th position is not that far. He's in also Audi, I'm in also an Audi. So this over here you will see that how fast we come close to the guy ahead over here. This is really tricky to get it right in rainy, because the cars it is so slippery, and you have to be really precise when you turn left while entering, and when you turn right in the middle to get into the middle of the rouge, and how fast you want to get out of the corner as well. It depends on when you turn. So now here we take it very nice and smooth in second gear. I put third gear over here just to keep car stable, because we need a third gear for this corner, so I don't want to keep on changing gears. That could, stabilize the car, unstable the car, and just for that I keep it in third gear over here. Over here I take it nice and slow. Like always, be calm, be patient. People will make mistake, and you can benefit from it very easily. Instead of attacking, like always I say, put pressure to the guy ahead. Just be consistent, be in his rear view mirror, and the pressure will rise up, and at one point he will commit mistake like that. He went wide, he's probably going really fast, and he keeps the doors open. I go in, I give him plenty of space to be on the track. Do not push him wide, and he actually brakes. We both brake at right time, but I had a very good entry to the corner, so I undercut him from the outside. I won't say undercut, but I took it pretty nicely on the outside, and we gained one more position. So we are in the podium right now. We are at third position, and the second guy is also right in front of us, almost 2.9 seconds ahead of us, but he is in a Porsche, and everyone knows that Porsche is not good in a straight line, so we will gain a lot of time in the straight, and hopefully we could overtake him as well. This is one of the hardest corner in the game at the point, because the track is so wet. It is so easy to go over the speed limit that you require and go wide, and that can really ruin your race. You could literally get reset or go into the grass. I mean, anything can happen at that point if you go wide into that corner. So anyways, we start lap number 5, and at this point my car was started to feel decrease in grip levels, and it is a little bit getting slidey for me after this after lap 5th, and it is very hard to keep in control. So, but I do not want to go into the pits, because I already lost a bunch of position, and I want to gain more time. If I go into the pits, I'm just going to lose a lot of time, and that is just not acceptable to me at this very moment. So I try to keep it as smooth as possible and as calm as possible, not pushing my car at the moment, just because we are in the podium and the guy ahead is very close to us. We will gain time on him, and hopefully we will overtake him. And for this car, the fuel levels are, I think they are actually precise. The rate at which the fuel degrades is exactly how much you need for the race. I think it is for 7 laps only, but I tried to save a little bit of fuel, such as I think I saved around 0.5 more, so that I could push my car in the last lap. And it was a pretty good strategy for me. I actually kept a good eye on my fuel levels, because I don't want to run out of it, because my strategy was no pit stop strategy. So I just tried to preserve it wherever I could, so I could finish the race in a comfortable way. So as you see that my car is a little bit slidey, you will see that the guy ahead, his car will also start getting a little bit slidey, and we will manage to get really close to him. At the beginning of the lap, he was around 2.9 seconds ahead of us, and right now we have gained over 1 second on the guy ahead, and that shows that how good Audi is if you know how to drive it. It's a little bit hard to drive cars like Lambo Huracan, which is also very slidey. It's really hard to drive. I don't drive that car at all, but this car I feel really comfortable in it. It's really easy to drive, and at least for me, so I choose this car over anything any day. Lexus and this car is really good. Porsche, actually in real life, 911 RSR is my favorite race car. I love that car. I'm gonna support that car this year's Le Mans, but in this game it is so slow that I just don't want to drive it at all. So as you can see, we are starting with lap number 6. At the beginning of lap number 5, he was around 2.9 seconds ahead of us, and right now he is just 1 second ahead of us, and hopefully we will be able to take over him after the Eau Rouge and get that second position as well. So over here my car got a little bit destable because the grip levels were a little low. You'll see that I go wide over here, but luckily not wide enough to get a penalty, thank God. But the guy had probably cut the corner while entering Eau Rouge, and he gets a 0.5 second penalty. But hopefully we will overtake him before he could serve his penalty and move on to attack on the first one. But first one is around 11 seconds ahead, and even if we come on second, I'm really happy. No worries. I started at second, I end up at second. No worries. So as you can see, the Porsche is slippery. We are also a little bit slidey at the moment. So anything can happen. I just don't want to create any problems. I'm trying to keep the car as stable as possible, not push it too hard, because if I push it too hard, I'm definitely gonna lose a bunch of positions because there's a train coming right behind me and I'm gonna end up way back in 7th or 8th. So I'm trying to be gentle, not create any problems, and be, in the guy's rear view mirror. And look, that's what I'm talking about. He made a mistake. We didn't need to attack, and we got that position easily. Second position, no harm done. We are back where we started, so I'm okay here. So as you can see here, my car is very slidey because grip levels are really low. I will not go for any new tires. So it's really hard for me at this moment to keep the car in control, because this is my first race in the rain, and it is actually totally different experience from project cars too. In comparison, rain mechanics, how the car behaves, how the car handles, how the car gets to the speed. It is a little bit different, but if you have driven project cars too and you drive over here, you know how to manage your car. So it's not a big deal at the moment. So as we come for the bus stop chicane, we take it nice and slow in second gear. I don't want to go into first like I said before, because the car's gonna spin, the tire's gonna spin, and I'm gonna take a whole 180 degree and facing the wrong side, and that will destroy my race. So at this point, the guy who was at first, the Russian, he went into the pits, got new tires, and his fuel levels are pretty low, so he pushed a lot. But now we come up, we take the position first, and he comes back out right behind us around 1 point some seconds. And right now, it was a good strategy by him because he was around 11 seconds behind us, so he had plenty of time to get into the pits and refuel and whatever, get new tires and start attacking us. So at this point I was like, how the heck did I come on the first? Because I didn't know that he went into the pits. I didn't see him because I was so much focused to keep the car on the track, to be I was just too focused to handling my car. So I didn't notice him going into the pits. I was like, okay, fine. But he's right behind us. He's in an Aston Martin. I don't know what type of a car is that. I mean, I don't know whether it's a fast car or a slow car or a good at corners or what. What are the characteristics of the car? I have no idea. So, but at this moment he's right behind us, and I'm trying to keep it as tight as possible. Still not trying to feel the pressure, even though I was feeling the pressure because my tires are out. They are really slippery at the moment. So, but I was around 2 seconds faster than the guy behind me. As you can see in the delta, I am gaining time on him, and this is the last lap. Probably he's pushing his cars, and he has brand new tires. He has plenty of fuel, so I think he can easily take over us. But as you can see ahead, there's a back marker, and that spooks me a little. And because the grip levels are low, I slide over here, but I managed to keep the car in control. But as we come to the right corner ahead, my car's gonna go a little bit sideways, and the guy behind us, he's right behind us. He's gonna bump into me, and that's gonna benefit us. Thank God he bumped into us, otherwise I don't know where would I have ended up. And now as we come to the straight, we will gain a few tenths of seconds, but now we are again losing a bunch of time. He's right behind us. He's just half a second behind us, but I try to keep it nice and calm, not making any mistakes over here. And right now he's just 3/10 of a second, and as I brake exactly where I'm supposed to brake, I am not defending this position, but he comes on my line and bumps into me, and he just takes off, no problem, dirty move. And then I didn't see him coming, but I let him have this position. But because of that, I lost one more position to the Audi, and we end up coming in fourth. I really don't bother with dirty drivers anymore, but what can you do? These are the people, uh, you know, you have to deal. Just ignore them, don't care about them, mind your own business. You will win another race. Anyways, guys, this was me, UV, and if you have enjoyed today's video, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.